Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by the Canadian Press, a sentencing hearing has commenced in New Westminster, British Columbia, for Jennifer Stevens. Prosecutors are seeking a 13-year prison sentence for the BC woman who pleaded guilty to 17 criminal charges. These offenses include assault causing bodily harm, unlawful confinement, sexual assault with a weapon, and several charges related to the sex trafficking of a minor. An agreed statement of facts presented in court detailed the violent and drug-fueled abuse of sex workers under her control, including a 13-year-old girl. The investigation, launched by police in Langley, BC, in February 2023, began after a phone number was linked to the trafficked youth. Investigators traced advertisements on LeoList, an online escort platform, to a local hotel where the victims lived and worked. Police subsequently uncovered videos on a mobile phone showing Stevens and her associates inflicting violent beatings and carrying out a sexual assault. Additionally, Stevens reportedly boasted of possessing a Snapchat account with 500 clients, which she refused to sell to other pimps. According to a report by the Canadian Press, a coalition of municipalities and environmental organizations in Quebec has expressed grave concerns that the province's groundwater reserves are declining. They warn that water is being consumed faster than it can be naturally replenished. Quebec holds approximately 3% of the world's renewable freshwater resources, but this supply is increasingly threatened by climate change and rapid urban sprawl. The Canadian Climate Institute notes that global warming has led to more severe and frequent droughts, hindering the replenishment of natural water reserves. Environmental groups, including Eau Secours, are calling on the provincial government to initiate a province-wide evaluation of water resources and to implement stricter regulations. They warned the Environment Minister in a letter that rural residents and farmers who rely on groundwater for daily use will be the most severely impacted. In response, Quebec Environment Minister Pascale Derry stated that she needs more data before commenting on the situation. According to a government source speaking to Global News, the Canadian federal government plans to propose a ban on social media use for children under the age of 16. This measure will be introduced as part of the highly anticipated Online Harms Bill, scheduled for formal tabling on Wednesday by Culture Minister Mark Miller. This proposed ban would mirror legislation enacted in Australia last December. Other countries, including the United Kingdom, are also contemplating similar youth social media bans. Within Canada, the Liberal Party convention in April adopted a motion to pursue this policy, which public polling suggests a majority of Canadians support. Provincially, Manitoba became the first province to announce plans for a social media ban for youth, with Ontario, Alberta, and New Brunswick also considering provincial actions. While advocates argue that a ban could curb online addiction and improve children's mental and physical health, critics and experts have raised concerns. Many note that enforcing such restrictions is highly challenging, pointing to Australian teens evading their ban and tech companies failing to fully comply and question the long-term impact on youth digital literacy. According to Global News, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA, has announced temporary restrictions on livestock imports from Texas. This decision follows the first confirmed case of New World screwworm in the state since 1966, which was detected in a calf at a ranch in Le Prior, Texas. Under the new measures, any animals, including horses that have been in Texas within 21 days prior to reaching the border, will be barred from entering Canada. Additionally, Canada has prohibited imports of various livestock from Mexico, where cases have also been reported. The flesh-eating larvae of the screwworm fly infest host animals and can be fatal if untreated, posing a significant threat to livestock. While Canada's cold climate prevents the parasite from establishing itself long-term, the CFIA implemented the ban as a summer risk mitigation strategy. In response to the outbreak, Texas Governor Greg Abbott declared a state of disaster, and U.S. officials are working to accelerate the construction of a $750 million sterile fly breeding facility to curb reproduction and protect the multi-billion-dollar cattle industry. According to an investigation by Radio-Canada International, Meta is paying overseas content creators who post politically divisive material promoting Alberta separatism. The investigation identified 14 accounts managed from countries including Indonesia, Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, and the United States posting inside popular Canadian separatist Facebook groups. To generate engagement and qualify for Meta's monetization program, these foreign creators often employ deceptive practices, such as posing as Canadian residents and stealing authentic content from real Albertans. One identified account belonging to an Indonesian noodle merchant falsely claimed to have had rocks thrown at her while canvassing for independence in Calgary, using a story stolen from an actual Edmonton resident. Social media experts warn that platforms are failing to ensure authentic public discourse, as financial incentives are driving faraway grifters to manipulate audiences by targeting deeply felt local grievances. In response to these findings, Meta stated it has removed several accounts and content violating its policies on inauthentic behavior, although some profiles remain active. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.